Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent. But be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Park Tudor High School. Tonight is high school basketball. Heritage Christian taking on Park Tudor. Both teams won Saturday. Park Tudor beating Cecina, Heritage Christian beating Ritter. Tonight, a matchup of 2A teams and a matchup for sectional opponents. It is a big game for both of these teams, and we'll see who comes out on top. Our partner tonight, Jimmy Cook. He'll take you through the pregame. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
My favorite patient. My favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
My favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Hey folks, interested in being on the up and up for the latest with Indiana SRN broadcasts? Well, you won't miss out on those if you give us a like on Facebook. All the latest news, updates, scores, and broadcast scheduling your way on Indiana SRN Facebook. Give us a like, please. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers. So pleased you've chosen to spend part of your Tuesday with us. We're live from Park Tudor High School. As Coach mentioned at the top, our game tonight features sectional opponents. The 8th-ranked team in Class 2A, the Park Tudor Panthers, a 4-time state champion in their own right, though it has been 4 long years since they've been at the top of the mountain, hosting the Heritage Christian Eagles. As I bring Coach into the fray. Coach, this is a Heritage Christian team that we've seen quite a bit of so far in the early goings of this season on Indiana SRN. The things that we know from Corey Jackson's group, they're 2-2. They're young, they're streaky, and zone defenses have given them some fits. But as Coach Jackson knows, this is one of those years where you're going to be happy with any success that you have, but it is a building year for foundational pieces that will lead to success down the long-term road.
Yeah, one of the things that we talked about today, that talked to Corey before the JV game, is we just have to learn to be patient. We can't do the things that these kids can do in a couple years, and the fan base at Heritage Christian is pretty spoiled. Last year they had an outstanding team, went a long way. The year before that they were very, very good as well. They'll get back on winning ways, but when you only have the sophomores and the freshmen and the junior class, you have no seniors, you return 5 points in the whole entire season, it's going to be a building year. So you got to learn, and one of the things Corey says is we're trying to learn our identity. Saturday night we learned how to win kind of ugly, and so now we have to take the next step. And I think, with the sophomores and the freshman kids, they just have to be patient and realize they're 14, 15 years old, and they're playing against 17, 18-year-old guys.
And ugly is definitely the right word for that. I'm glad you used that to open it up so I'm not the bad guy. Bring that into the conversation.
Send the hate mail to me.
They had 11 points at halftime. They nearly doubled. They do double that down the stretch in that ball game. They found a way to win despite, and I said this on air then, and I still feel the same way now thinking back on it, one of the ugliest games I've seen in a long time. And it wasn't that it was super stout defenses. It was inconsistent offenses on both ends that could not figure out where they wanted to go throughout the game. And it took eventually kind of a waking up in front of our eyes moment of Heritage Christian down the stretch in that second half, crossing the finish line. Like you told Coach Jackson, your first comments to him in the post-game interview was, ugly win, wasn't it? I mean, that's
a win is a win.
What it is. A win is a win, but it was an ugly win. The upside of that, though, is there's always things to improve on. There's always things to build on. And against a Park Tudor team, like we mentioned, is ranked in the top 10, number 8 to be exact in the Class 2A poll, coming into this environment, a gym that is so tough to win in, where's the expectation at?
Well, you just have to be. You got to have little victories somewhere in the game. Little victories. If you get out of here with a win, you're going to be. I think might be a little bit surprised, but I think he has enough confidence in his kids that they can do that, because he's not going to tell the kids, "Oh, I want you to try to win." He's going to say, "Hey, we can win this thing." So it's how you massage those egos in the locker room. That was probably the hardest thing that I had to do as a head coach, and I didn't do it very well. My assistants were very good at saying, we do this well, we do this well, we do this well, and then you prepared. The interesting thing is, he told me yesterday, he said, we were just going to go an hour on the floor and then an hour in the classroom, typically a game preparation, but he said, we just felt like we needed to stay on the floor, so we practiced for 2 hours, and the kids – and with the young kids that he has, Jimmy, that's what you probably need to do, is be on the floor more and touch the ball a lot more than in the classroom right now.
The Park Tudor Panthers take the floor right now live here inside Park Tudor High School. We're going to take our first break and step away from the floor. When we come back, we'll have a look inside both these teams a little bit deeper. We'll hit on coaches' keys to the game, and plus our starting lineups for tonight's tilt between the Heritage Christian Eagles and the number 8th ranked team in Class 2A, the Park Tudor Panthers. Stay with us. You're watching on Indiana SRN.
Hello, my name is Sean Kroll, and I've been a part of the Indiana SRN family for the last 9 years. Last year, we streamed a record 326 sporting events around Central Indiana. All the other guys broadcast basketball and football, but we at Indiana SRN also air volleyball, softball, baseball, and even golf. But we need your help. To continue our mission, please help us by contacting Coach at indianasrn.org. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Welcome back to Park Tudor High School. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers, rolling through pregame action as the Park Tudor Panthers, ranked number 8 in Class 2A, set to do battle against the Heritage Christian Eagles. Coach, we already hit on a little bit about Heritage Christian. We know there's struggles there. This is a Park Tudor team that has the feel and the electricity of some of those state championship teams of yesteryear. And by yesteryear, I mean just 4 to 7 years ago.
Yeah, you look at this, you look at the banners around, they've had success. Tim Adams is the perfect fit for this program. This is his second year here. He's won some big games early in his career. And right now they're 2-1. They stubbed their toe against Greenwood Christian, a team that we will see Thursday night at Covenant on Thursday night right here on Indiana SRN. I'd like to see that ball club, but Tim's very happy about where his kids are right now. He's got a lot of kids that will play, has great leadership. He likes what his seniors has contributed early in this year. They've switched conference from where they were last year to where they are now. They used to play in a different conference. They now are playing in the PAC, which is kind of new to them. So you get all these things, and you get the intermixing, and you get the news, in a couple of weeks that this building, once this season is over, this building gets tore down, and they rebuild a new gymnasium. So the new look Park Tudor in a couple of years, but a very interesting ball club. I think what Tim would want to do is control the tempo of this game and play to the best of their ability. And if they do that, I think athletically there might be a little bit stronger than Heritage Christian at this point of the season.
Taking a brief look at some of the previous matchups between these two schools, we mentioned they are currently housed in the same sectional, that being sectional 42 in Class 2A. In terms of regular season matchups, the last time these two met was at Heritage Christian last year. It was a 53-47 victory for the Panthers, but we mentioned sometimes you're going to get paired up in sectionals. You might meet again, and again, we can't stress this enough. This was a Heritage team that, what was it, Coach? 80-90% of their scoring gone last year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you got 5 points coming back.
From a team that lost in regionals last year. They defeated Park Tudor in the sectionals 60-52. So currently riding a one-game winning streak are the Heritage Christian Eagles. However, it should be noted, we see the state championship banners up here inside Park Tudor Gymnasium. Titles in 2011, 2012, 2014, 2015. Most of those years, absolute shellackings laid on by the Panthers against the Eagles. On paper right now, if you're asking me my gut feeling, this has a feel like it could get away from Coach Jackson fast, like those past years did, if they aren't, like you said, Coach, playing within themselves, trying to get the little battles and not focusing on big picture.
Yeah, we'll look at the keys of the game real quick here for Heritage Christian. They got to pass the ball in the passing lanes and not try to force the ball. They have to play their tempo, Jimmy, and that's probably slow 8-9 passes before we get a shot, and then we got to do less dribbling the ball, passing the ball, not one dribble, but passing the ball, dribbling the ball, and then you got to lessen the turnovers. For Park Tudor, it's very easy. They want this game to be up and down the floor. Up tempo has to be very quick for them. They cannot miss open shots, and they cannot pass the ball. They cannot shoot before they pass through the open lanes, and then they got to hit free throws. He's not real happy with their free throw shooting.
We're going to step out for the final time. When we come back, we'll have lineups and the tip. It's Heritage Christian versus the number 8th ranked Park Tudor Panthers on Indiana SRN.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
You're good at you. You've been you for years. And we're good at your insurance. You're good at laundry basketball. We're good at your insurance. You're good at stopping a gas pump on a 00. We're good at your insurance. You're good at making funny face sandwiches. And we're good at your insurance. So start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Welcome back to Park Tudor High School. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers. Heritage Christian Eagles in blue set to take on the 8th-ranked Park Tudor Panthers in Class 2A in white. Let's go through the starters quickly. At one guard for the Eagles, number 10, Jack Belt, a 6'3 junior. At the other guard position, a 6-foot junior, number 12, Alex Belmer. At the forward slot, a 6'2 sophomore, number 30, Zach Schlamer. A 6'3 freshman, number 31, Miles Colvin. At the other forward spot, a 6'4 freshman, 32, Andrew Wiggins. Their head coach is Corey Jackson. For the 8th-ranked Park Tudor Panthers, again in Class 2A. At one guard, a junior at 5'11", number 10, Elijah Shelton. At the other guard position, a 5'10 sophomore, number 11, Jordan Bowles. A 6'3 junior and a forward, number 13, J.C. Glenn. A 5'11 junior guard, number 20, Malachi Archie. And at the other guard position, a 6'1 junior, number 21, Ronald Johnson. Head coach of the Park Tudor Panthers is Tim Adams. Corey, some final thoughts.
Yeah, Corey Jackson starting his fourth different lineup in 4 games. So he's trying to look at what kids work together. You know, hopefully by Christmas time he's got things settled down. But with the young ball club, Jimmy, and I'm speaking this from experience, with a young ball club, you have no idea who you got until the game is up and ready to play.
You got to push every button you can, especially in the early goings of the season, or any hope you might have of making a little bit of a run in postseason play could get you bounced early.
Man-to-man for Park Tudor. This might help Heritage Christian.
They've seen a lot of zone this year and struggled against it mightily as the Eagles win the tip and control for the first possession of this game. Schlamer over to Wiggins, feeds inside, nice pass to Belmer. He gave one extra pass to Belt. Colvin corner three, good.
Wow.
That's the best ball movement possession we've seen from the Eagles this season at an early 3-0 lead.
The ball movement was excellent, and they didn't rush your shot, and Colvin knocks down a big-time three.
Now to see how the Panthers answer. We mentioned they're 2-1 on the year. Ranked in the top 10, kind of been the story of Park Tudor this decade. A little bit more about that as the broadcast goes on.
Heritage Christian in a 3-2 zone, and they're stretching this thing out. They're begging them to shoot outside.
We saw a lot of zone put on by the Eagles in that game against Ritter, and then switched to man till the very end. Shot missed at point blank. Rebound taken by the Panthers. J.C. Glenn, his second chance is no good. And here come the Eagles. Belt looks to Schlamer. He's pressured in the corner by Johnson. They'll feed it around as the Eagles still sit man-to-man. Another nice pass. Belt mid-range is good. Jack Belt with the soft touch, and it's a 5-0 run out of the gate for the Eagles.
And this is tonight. This is the best time they have looked in a while, Jimmy, because they're running their offense and taking their time and not doing anything kind of chaotic
and
yet.
I think a large portion of it is the fact that they're facing man-to-man right now. They're able to get into a rhythm, something they haven't been able to do all season so far.
Good point.
Aren't having to try to adjust on the fly. As a travel's called out on front by Jordan Bowles, many a time when the zone was applied against them, they were being stagnant and were kind of afraid to move. Now they're more able to get into the sets they're comfortable with, and it's more of a loosey-goosey, almost a pickup feel right now.
Park Tudor put a little bit of pressure on them to speed it up, but I tell you what, they handled it really well.
Feed inside for Wiggins is off the mark. It rattled around and bounced out, but I believe that Andrew was fouled as a late whistle, much to the dismay of head coach Tim Adams. And it'll give some free throws to the freshman in Wiggins.
Tim is asking where the foul occurred. Did it occur down on the floor, or did it occur down when he was going back up with a shot? I don't think Tim thought he got fouled.
I would assume that Coach Adams' main issue with it is Wiggins left that free throw short is the fact that the whistle was so late, and then on top of that, it's where's the foul? Because they let it play on for a long time before the trailer finally blew the whistle. Wiggins missed them both, so no harm, no foul, minus the personal against the Panthers.
Or as our friends would say, the ball never lies,
There
right?
you go. And one by J.C. Glenn. Beautiful feed by the Panthers. They'll jump on you that quickly in transition, and Glenn will head to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play.
There's no scoreboard.
Colvin up ahead after the missed free throw. They feed inside. Eagles will have it sideline right. Belmer, deep pass to Colvin. Colvin, little stutter step. Thought about the step back triple. Instead, they'll reset things. Colvin's shown a lot of raw talent throughout this season so far.
Yeah,
the biggest issue with the young players, though, as you mentioned, Coach, is trying to have them not do too much too early. They're still growing.
I like his play, though.
Belt, triple. Long.
Wow.
And two Panthers collide with one another to get that board. They will bring it up, though. Shelton. Archie back to Shelton. He pump faked the top. Panthers continue to try to solve this zone. Their last success was in the transition before the Eagles got set in the zone. They had that quick pass down low to Glenn. They'll go inside again this time. The double's there and a foul called a weak side against Schlamer. We'll wait for confirmation on that foul. I believe that's where it's going to go. It will indeed.
Is that right?
So after the foul, and again that was on Schlamer, it'll be Panthers basketball underneath their own bucket. Quick pass inside and a good hesitation by J.C. Glenn. He's got all 4 and the lead down to 1. Trap now being applied full court by Park Tudor.
This is designed to speed you up and get you out of control. Let's see how Heritage Christian handles that.
That was a baseball pass, maybe ill-advised, but Belt gets away with it.
I think Belt plays second base for
Could be.
Mr. Arns.
Trying to turn a double play there. Belmer in the corner, forced the pass inside. That leads to a turnover. Bulls up ahead. He'll hesitate briefly. Now leaves it at the top. Shelton, they work it for an extra pass. 3 in the air. 3 through the bottom of the net with confidence by Archie. And the Panthers have their first lead. It's a 7-0 run.
Park Tudor's feeling pretty comfortable right now.
Yep. Any hesitation they had has been blown right out of the window.
Oh, there it is.
Extra pass, Schlamer. They work it around the horn. Colvin, no hesitation. Can't get it to go. Big boy rebound by Wiggins. It's up and in.
You know, Wiggins didn't make those earlier. He's now learning to put that ball right back up. He's not putting the ball on the floor. That's successful.
And it ties this game up at 7. Eagles hanging right in there, but the Panthers definitely hold the momentum swing right now. Shelton, catch and shoot, short. Rebound to the Eagles and a touch foul against Shelton. Put his body against him.
You see what Shelton did, though? If you're watching at home, young men, he followed his shot. You need to do that, continues to do that. Then you made that little, maybe not smart move, but maybe a touch foul 90 feet away from the basket, but a foul is a foul.
Asher Thompson checks into the game for the Eagles, along with John McLemore. Wiggins controls the top. Interesting to see where the confidence comes from in terms of spark by the Eagles as Colvin sits on the bench. Nice pass inside, and Wiggins doing a good job of that so far. He's got 4. It's 9-7, lead back to Heritage Christian.
Second time down on the floor. He didn't put the ball on the floor, just put it right back up. Jimmy, I'm telling you what, he's learned a lot since game number 1.
It's been fun to see him grow. Corner triple in the air. That one bricked, and the last touch by the Eagles, I believe. A lot of contact there between Johnson and Thompson, and they'll say that that's last touch by Heritage Christian. Rightfully so, but it looked like Thompson might have gotten shoved out for that.
Yeah, might have got a little bit of contact. Pass interference. Can we do a review? Can we throw the red flag?
Can't challenge that,
okay.
Unfortunately.
All right.
The IHSAA is yet to adopt even the
NBA's
NBA's version of the challenge. It's not coming out here.
Well, that would be too much pressure for our camera guy.
9-7 the score. Advantage the Eagles of Heritage Christian.
But Josh could do it.
We believe in him. No doubt. Johnson at the top. Catch and shoot Bulls. Money.
My goodness.
Jordan Bulls from deep. The sophomore gives the Panthers the lead, and it's 10-9. The Eagles have had trouble with this trap so far. That was almost a turnover. Wiggins has it at the top. Traps back. Schlamer. Now Thompson. Feed inside, and they're attacking the zone back to Wiggins. That's the 3rd time they've found Wiggins on the right block. He's got 6 of the Eagles' 11, and they lead by 1.
County tournament for girls this week as Lawrence North continues to win. They beat Warren Central 46-41.
A tear. Wells in that drive, mismanaged, rebound by Kay. Wiggins looks to push. Now he'll reset. Schlamer, a jab step, and he shuffled the feet on the jab step for the travel. Darren Cobb will check in for the first time tonight. He'll replace Andrew Wiggins, so there's a large portion of your scoring. In fact, more than half your scoring takes the seat on the bench for a well-deserved breather with 1:49 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, but I like Mason Kay on that post. I think he'll do a great job. A little bit stronger, wide body, taller.
To see if Park Tudor is able to clean that up or if the Eagles are still able to get that. They're trying to solve the zone. Keyshawn Taylor checked in the ball game a moment ago for the Panthers. 3 rattled in by Johnson. Third triple of the quarter. And it's 13-11. And on the sideline, on the baseline rather, Cobb took a step inbounds when he was trying to pass that ball. Crossed over the line, the official saw it, and it's a turnover.
Now, if you touch the line, you're legal. If you step over the line, that's the violation, and that's what he ruled.
Yep. Skip pass taken by Bulls. Johnson, he shuffled the feet. So the refs are making that a point of emphasis tonight. If you're going to make that jab step, you better be careful you don't try to walk before you learn to crawl, so to speak.
You know, you watch that movie, right? Happy Feet?
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I don't remember there being any refs in that movie, but
the polar bears. The polar bears.
Thompson almost had his pocket picked, and he does. And a foul called late. What a play by Wise Wells, the junior, forcing the issue, making the Eagles uncomfortable. That foul goes against Asher Thompson, his first and the third on the Eagles.
He forced the junior to go right, and he didn't want to go right. Nice defense.
Very aggressive tendencies on the part of these Park Tudor Panthers. Always well known for their defense and their dominance on the offensive end as well. This team no different. The lead is just 2, though, as the Eagles making them work for everything in this first quarter. Coach Jackson hoping for an upset here tonight. Jermaine Coleman also just checking in for the Panthers. They get it over to Wells. Wells now Coleman. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. Coach Jackson applauding the dig-in defense by the Panthers. That's another foul on Thompson. Got a little too physical.
Yeah, I like the defense there. You know, you can make the first bump. The second bump is going to be called a foul. Maybe bump him and then back off a little bit. I kind of like the play of Heritage Christian in the first quarter, though, Jimmy. A lot of people, we got to admit, this is a surprise. They're hanging really tough here.
No, I'm very impressed overall by the Eagles. This has not been the first quarter I think, like you said, a lot of people expected. See if they can keep it up. Coleman stops, pops, buried a triple. Jermaine Coleman from deep. The freshman knocks it down. It's a 5-point advantage and the fourth three-pointer of the quarter by the Panthers. Final 10 seconds of quarter number 1. Belmer gives to McLemore. Now Belmer in the corner forces a 3. That's an air ball, and that will end our first quarter of play. Well, it was a early lead for the Eagles, but the Panthers storm right back using the 3 ball to their advantage. They lead by 5 at the end of 1 on Indiana SRN.
Life Centers offers love and compassion to all women and men who come through our 8 centers. The goal of this love and compassion is that we would not only save babies from abortion, but also transform lives and create families. The forms of this love and compassion are our services. All of our services are offered free of charge to our clients. To learn more about Life Centers, contact us at lifecenters.com or call us at 317-280-2635. Life Centers. We choose compassion.
Welcome back to Park Tudor High School. Panthers on top of the Eagles 16-11. Do you want to be a part of the action? Well, how about you follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN for all the latest news, updates, scores, and more. With a heavy dose of basketball around the state of Indiana, no place better than at IndianaSRN on Twitter. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers.
Sorry about that, Jimmy. Here's one thing. Here's an interesting fact for you. See the 11? It's not halftime. Actually, they scored more points than they did Saturday night.
That's well done.
That's a plus.
That's well done. That is a major improvement, and no doubt you'd be foolish not to acknowledge the fact the man-to-man, though they did show a little bit of zone late, not the type of zone that's given the Eagles fits at times, but the man-to-man to open allowed the Eagles to get into a comfortable rhythm.
And here's another good thing. They have 4 less turnovers tonight than they did Saturday in the half.
Coleman misfired on the 3, but the Eagles forgot to put a body on everybody and grab the loose ball. It led to a J.C. Glenn rebound, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Glenn with 4 points unofficially in that first quarter. Panthers lead it by 5. It was a 5-0 lead early for the Panthers. Since then, they've been outscored 16-6.
Back in the game for the Eagles, number 32, Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins back into the ball game. Wiggins with 6 of the Panthers' 11. Both free throws made by the Panthers. It's 17-11. And a miscommunication by the Eagles. Belmer was looking for a cutter. It never came, and it's a turnover. 30 seconds into this second quarter. Panthers lead it by 6. Coach, how do the Eagles keep up this tenacity while also knowing they're going to need to put some points underneath them as well? They've done a great job, like we said, by comparison to the last first quarter that we saw, but there's still a lot of work left to be done.
A lot of work. One of the things you got to do is you got to help defense side, and then on missed shots like that, you got to go after the board.
Got to have the rebound. Absolutely.
You can't let them have 3 or 4 shots at it.
Yeah,
nice block.
That's a nice rejection.
That's K for you. Good
job.
Return
to sender by Mason K.
Nice job, Mason.
See if they can turn anything from it. Belmer feeds the K. They want to reward the big fella. Backing in, turning, and he has it sent back.
Boy, the drop
J.C. Glenn says, I'll return the favor.
Drop step was there. The vertical's not there, I don't think.
Wells, catch and shoot. No. Board cleared by Taylor. Layup is good. Sean Taylor gets the layup to go. Largest lead of the game, ballooned to 8 for the Panthers, 19-11.
You blocked out well. You forgot the weak side, though.
Can't have that. All the way to the rim. Good. Wiggins lays it up and in. He picked up where he left off in quarter number 1. He's got now 8. And it's 19-13. Coleman feeds to Wells. Back to Coleman.
There's I like that defense right there.
Yep.
But you got to, they're going to move the ball. Good job. See?
Up the way. McLemore, 1-on-2. Almost got away with a push off. Hey, he'll take it anyway. Got McLemore, a little look away shove that.
He learned that from his sister, Rachel. Let me tell you, Rachel had that move.
That was something pretty.
Good job, John. Copying Rachel McLemore. She's here in the stands today. She's got to be smiling.
Hey, it's all clean if you don't get caught.
Exactly.
Right? Lead down to 4, and an aggressive drive by Wise Wells. He gets that to fall. Lead back to 6. Eagles hanging around, though. Just under 5.5 to go in this first half, and a timeout taken by the Eagles. It's a 30-second timeout. We will stay here with 5:21 left to go here in quarter number 2. Panthers 21, Eagles 15. Coach, the message in that huddle has to be, like you mentioned, the defense is great. We're doing a solid job, but be careful on those, not only weak side rebounds in general, and then keep being patient on offense, but don't stop moving. Don't let the basketball stop moving.
Exactly right. Let's take a look at the SRN calendar real quick. Thursday night, Greenwood Christian at Covenant Christian. That's a boys' game. It's a webcast. Start time at 7:15, tip-off at 7:30. On Friday night, Jimmy and I will be back at Heritage Christian as Chittard visits Heritage Christian. That is scheduled for an 8 o'clock start. We have a 7:15 pregame. That may be advised. Make sure you check our website. Also, Bloomington South at Southport, Ritter at Christmas Addicts. And on Saturday, wrestling at Roncalli. Check out our website, Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Shouts to my nephew-in-law, the great Wade McClurg, leader of
Talk to him today.
The Southside Rebellion.
He's looking forward to Saturday. Should be fun.
Always a good time when the wrestling season's ongoing. That and so much more can be found on Indiana SRN. On the scoop layup, just off the mark that time by Schlamer. Park Tudor runs in transition, hanging, misfiring, but the follow is true by Glenn. He's stuck with it. He's now got 8, and the lead is 8, 23-15. Almost another turnover it is. Eagles got a little too careless trying to break that press, and Archie controls outside.
That last basket, there's a drill that they call the help drill, and that's exactly what that is, as we got a foul underneath.
They call a blocking foul on Schlamer. Credit to Archie there. He saw the attempted charge take by Schlamer, and he kind of contorted his body away from it. So he's no longer going on a beeline to him. He's coming now from the side. Schlamer wasn't fully set, they'll say, and they'll give it a blocking foul instead, which will lead to these free throws by the junior. First one up and in.
Archie in his 4th point of the night. He's a smooth operator, man. I tell you what, I saw this kid during the summer. He can actually run it up and down the floor. Very good athlete.
A lot of smooth talent on this Panthers roster from top to bottom, but you're exactly right. Malachi Archie, no different. Sub in for the Eagles, Jack Belt coming into the contest.
Now, if you're Heritage Christian right now, you need to get a bucket and continue to play the defense you are, but you need to run your offense so you're not going to get blown out of the gym here.
Eagles trapped in the corner. Risky pass by McLemore. Turnover.
I thought that bounced off the toe and they awarded the ball to Park Tudor. Interesting.
I'm not going to pretend like I could see that from where I'm at. So.
I was watching the camera.
There you go. There you go. That's good on you. 4:13 left to go in this second quarter.
That's Josh Ellman at the best. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful feed, beautiful finish. Guess who? J.C. Glenn again.
Got 8.
And it's 27-15. McLemore hanging. That could have been an offensive foul, and instead they'll say that on the end line was Belmer, lead to a turnover.
Second time down the floor they got a turnover. The first time they scored points. Second time they got scored. This is the 3rd time. You can't come out empty.
Yeah, you got to be able to take advantage of those. Basically, effectively extra chances for points when you're forcing turnovers like that. And if you're not going to, you can win the turnover margin all you want, but if you're not able to convert it into free points, it's going to be a long night for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Points are better than nothing, right?
Yep.
That's how you win games.
Get all the steals you want, but if you're not putting points on the board, does not matter.
Wide
all
open.
By himself. Glenn almost missed the layup. We'll say he's now got 10 unofficially. We'll recheck our stats at halftime. It is a 14-point lead. Colvin rises and scores. Miles Colvin from the elbow. Back down to 12.
He has 5 on the night. I tell you what, him at the top of the zone is very effective. Tall and lanky.
He already is. He's going to be a good young player in a couple years. He's one of those pieces you mentioned where him and Wiggins both just off the top. A lot of good names. Just off the top from what we've seen tonight and over the course of the whole season. It's going to be good in a couple of years.
How about Belt on the steal?
Nice play by Jack. Now he'll bring it up the floor. Back to Colvin. Pressured by Johnson.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
They feed in the corner and a travel. That 3 was short anyway, but turning the feet one too many times was Mason Kay. That's another thing you can't do, Coach. You can force turnovers if you want. You can get your rebounds here on the defensive end and push up the floor, but you can't be turning the basketball over like they did. This wasn't the game that you and I worked, but the Columbus North game specifically that myself and Justin Griffiths did. The Eagles struggled heavily, early season, but struggled heavily to take care of the basketball. Can't have that against a team like this.
That's right.
Your margin for error is so small. You need to be winning those 50-50 balls. You need to be not making those mistakes. Nice drive there by Archie. He missed it and tapped it out, but it falls right to Colvin. Up ahead, Colvin to the rim. He laid it up and in with a finger roll. Miles Colvin.
Got to be happy with Miles. He was not afraid to go to the land of the Giants.
And 7 for him. Lead back down to 10. Eagles still hanging around. Exactly the position you'd want to be in is your Coach Jackson. Not going away in this one. Still being a pest and giving yourself a puncher's chance, but they need a couple more stops. Top of the perimeter. In and out. Eagles catch a break there, and the pocket is picked by Bowles, and he hit it off the foot of Belmer. That's a heady play there by the sophomore.
Got to be a little bit stronger with the basketball. They're not going to give you that easy rebound. You got to be stronger with the basketball.
Archie will inbound. They're working around to Glenn. Back to Bowles, who had that great steal a couple moments ago. Skip past Johnson, 3, long, board, taken by Belt.
Good job by Belt. Good job by Kay holding up the ball.
Jack going to spread it around. Wanted to get it to Colvin and does.
Let him just go one-on-one here. Let's see what he's got.
I would have been fine with that, but they'll instead work it in the offense to Belmer. Here's
that,
Colvin again. The freshman and the junior.
That's why Corey Jackson's the head coach and we're up here.
I like the thinking. Not a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea.
Colvin on Archie. Again, freshman versus junior play. 1 minute to go in this first half. Eagles down by 10. Belt to Colvin. Catch and shoot. Rises, fires. It's long, and chasing down the rebound is Wiggins.
How about Wiggins chasing the ball down? Nice job.
The freshman tracks it down for an extra possession. Belt almost traveled out front.
Going high-low here.
He ran out of space, hangs, and can't get it to go. Halfway down, then bounced out.
Right move, though.
Up the way to the rim. Johnson lays it up and in.
Got to stop the ball at the free throw line.
Lead back to 12. Final 30 seconds. Colvin hanging, can't get it to fall. Last 3 shots for the Eagles. Iron unkind. Euro step, could not turn it. Johnson, that was a $1 but a nickel finish. It'll stay on this end, though.
When are they going to call that travel again? They're never going to call that travel
again.
again.
Coach. It's over.
My
Long gone.
goodness. That would have frustrated me so much. You know, that was travel back in the day. I know I had long socks, short shorts, and there was a basket instead of a hoop.
Was that black and white?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jimmy Cook, everybody.
Force feet inside. The Panthers will kick it back out. Final 10 seconds of the half. Might have been a kick. Indeed it is on Bryce Riggle, who snuck into the ball game during that brief dead ball stoppage. 6.2 left in the half. Back in the game is Ronald Johnson. The trigger man will be Jordan Bowles. Johnson with 4. Johnson give him all kind of space. Johnson forces the triple at the buzzer. He can't bank it home. Wanted a little bit of contact. He won't get it. So the lead will sit at 12 at the halftime break. The 8th-ranked team in Class 2A, the Park Tudor Panthers 31, the Heritage Christian Eagles 19. Don't go anywhere. Halftime conversation with Coach after this on Indian SRN.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures.
Because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his growth, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures.
Because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his growth, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Want to be on the up and up with all Indian SRN broadcasts? Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Go to Indian SRN YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button.
Back live here at Park Tudor High School, 31-19 at halftime. With us now, longtime friend, longtime athletic director. He left as the athletic director. He's now in prison. No, in all seriousness, Brad Lennon joins us. Official scorekeeper, huh?
Well, you know, they got to keep me busy doing something, but, you know, you got to wear these things now. So really it's just I want to be visible. I want to be noticed, so that's why I wear this.
You look good. You really look good. Debbie will be very impressed as Debbie's watching tonight. Brad, you've been a long, long time. You've seen the program grown a lot. You've been around with a couple of state championships. What is your fondest memory of Park Tudor High School?
Oh, gosh. Well, first of all, there are all kinds of memories, and I think some of them are individual and some of them are, team accomplishments. Obviously, the 4 state championships that we've had in basketball. Our very first state championship in '91 in tennis was the first one for the school. And then we had a couple of individuals win 400 meters in track. We've had the Farley girls who were 5-time winners in state in track as well. We had the Martsoff girls who won multiple state championships in tennis. It's not all about the championships, obviously, but those are marquee things that stand out, benchmarks that, surely I remember. But, there are just a lot of individuals. We've lost a couple of kids that are no longer with us. We think about it all the time, Shannon Fields and Adam Miller, 2 guys that lost their lives in auto accidents. So, those aren't great memories, but those moments stick out, and those 2 guys were wonderful.
1992, you hired me for the first time at Park Tudor High School, and you'll never, ever regret that because I was the outstanding official. Now we're in broadcasting. Did you ever thought that I would grow up and become a broadcaster? Well, I haven't really grown up yet.
No, the growing up part I'm not too sure about. But no, Keith, you've always done a good job. You were a good colleague and all that. And the thing is, when you were officiating at the time, we needed you. We didn't care whether you were good or not. It wasn't just you. There were a lot of guys. There were nights we needed officials. No, but in all sincerity, it's been a great relationship. And I knew you'd be good at that. You were good at being an athletic administrator and good official. So wasn't any question you were going to do a good job there.
This dude, Jimmy, gave us our first soccer goals at Eastwood Christian Church at school. That's how good this guy is. In closing, they're going to knock this place down and going to build a new gymnasium. Are they going to call it the Brad Lennon Gymnasium?
Well, I don't know about the latter. I'm not privy to a lot of those things because I'm off the grid administratively. But my understanding is that they are going to build a new gymnasium, and tentatively I've heard that we're going to be knocking down everything and starting from scratch. So I guess from a cost standpoint, it's easier to do that and try to fix things and repurpose buildings and stuff. So I know the plan is, Courtney has said, along with the administration, that it's on the agenda, and I think this spring they're going to be breaking ground.
I appreciate you a lot. That's Brad Lennon, a longtime friend. We'll take a break with the score being 31-19 right here at Park Tudor High School. Jimmy will have the stats, and we'll have the second half for you coming your way after this 60-second timeout. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Parents, do you like free food? Hike it on over to Prodigy Burger and Bar, where Monday is family night and kids eat free. Every day you can find daily specials featuring craft burgers, tacos, wings, and more. Prodigy is now playing the NFL Sunday Ticket on more than 25 TVs, so you won't miss a second of your favorite teams. Prodigy also caters, hosts private events, as well as dine and donates. Celebrate your school spirit with us at Prodigy Burger and Bar. More than just burgers, located in Clay Terrace in Carmel.
Welcome back to Park Tudor High School. 31-19 the score, advantage the Panthers. Don't miss out on any of our upcoming broadcasts. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's at Indiana SRN on YouTube. Jimmy Cook coming to you courtside as the Panthers and Eagles go through halftime warm-ups. I'll run through some scores for you. Leading the way for the Eagles was Andrew Wiggins, the freshman, had 6 points, all coming inside the painted area. On the other side of things, the junior forward, J.C. Glenn, matching toe-for-toe with that inside presence. 11 points for him unofficially in that first half. The Panthers continued a three-point barrage in that first half. They hit 4 3-pointers to the Eagles 1. Scoreboard reads Panthers 31, Eagles 19. We'll have more for you after this, including the second half action between the Heritage Christian Eagles and the number 8th ranked team in Class 2A, the Park Tudor Panthers. That's coming up next. You're watching on Indiana SRN.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Welcome back to Park Tudor High School. Panthers on top of the Eagles 31-19. Final minutes of halftime ticking right along. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers. I want to thank you so much for taking part of your Tuesday night to watch a little high school basketball with us. Coach, 4 3-pointers in that first half by the Panthers. By comparison to the Eagles, 1. That wasn't the only dominating factor by Park Tudor. They got a lot of points in the fast break and did their damage with quality ball movement and overpowering for those 50-50 balls a lot of the time. The Eagles, now on Heritage Christian's side of things, just the 1 3-pointer, but they were very physical in that first half, and a lot of it started with crisp passing and finding the hot hand. And for the most part in that first half, it was Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins did a nice job of posting up, got big, and went right to the hole. Didn't put the ball on the floor, went straight up. You talk about three-pointers. You know, coached this game for a long time, and threes are better than twos right now, and that's really the tail of the tape if you really look at it, Jimmy. If they were 0 for 4 from three-point line, we might have a tie score. Who knows? But, you know, that's why we play the games. I know both coaches want to fine-tune their skills a little bit better. Talking to Tim Adams and down the hallway when I come back up, not real pleased with the movement of the ball. Wants to move the ball a little bit more crisper and want to challenge him on the post. So you might see the inside game of Park Tudor in the second half.
On the Eagles side of things, this is by far the best game we've seen from them. This is now my third game sitting in. I know you're always watching the Indian SRN Family Networks. We called their most recent broadcast against Cardinal Ritter a sloppy game, to say the very least. Tonight, almost the exact opposite. The defense has been on point from the get-go. We talked about the passing. We talked about the smart plays being made. Yet you're down by 12. How much of that is still more needed to be improved, and how much of that is this is just a really good Park Tudor team?
Park Tudor is very good, 100%, because you're still young. So you're again, we talked about this in our pregame. There's mind lapses. You're 14, 15 years old. You don't have that same skill at 17, 18 years old. You don't have the muscle. So a lot of that is that. You know, you want to win every single ball game, but if you want to improve, you've improved to where you were. Now you got to take the second half. What you cannot do is give up. You got to concentrate, and you got to play a better second half.
Eagles start with the basketball in this third quarter. They go right back to Wiggins immediately. He forced the issue there, could not get it to fall. Bodies on the deck for that loose ball. It's a jump ball tie-up. Wiggins took the weak side there to force that tie-up, but the arrow will favor the Panthers.
And you look at the 50-50 ball on the floor, and earlier in the game, Park Tudor wasn't diving on those. Tonight, that time they did. So Mr. Adams must have said something to his team about showing a little bit more effort.
Johnson working on the outside. One area the effort was there throughout that whole first half was play beyond the arc. There's one right there. 3 in the air. 3 through the bottom of the net. Elijah Shelton knocks down the 3, and the lead is at its largest at 15.
And I have Shelton as his first point of the game. And there's a travel. Again, gave up the dribble too soon. No one was putting pressure on you. Continue to cross the 10-second line. Get to the volleyball court, then look up.
And you'll see mistakes throughout this season. We mentioned a very young Heritage Christian team. That was the type of turnover we saw a lot of in the first 3 games. We had not seen that yet tonight, picking up the dribble right when you cross half court and setting yourself up for failure. That took a salve bank on the backside of the backboard for Malachi Archery.
You think he does that in horse?
If he does, he's unbeatable.
Because I guarantee you that is a horse shot right there.
That was wild. Archie knocks it down. Lead is 17.
There you go. Go away.
Eagles.
Right there he is.
Nice cut. Colvin ran out of space, but it falls right into the hands of Belt. Rewards Colvin. He'll force the three. That's short. Good contest that time by Johnson. Might have baited the freshman into that one. Bulls up ahead. Euro step. That floater's good. Give that to Shelton. He's got 5 quick ones. As Coach mentioned, he had been held scoreless in the first half as they foul away from the ball. Going to go against Johnson. He was grabbing on to Colvin.
Yeah, and it made it very – Colvin did a nice job. He just pulled away, and he says, hey, he's holding me.
Yep. Mature move there by the freshman.
Yeah.
Bell has to get it in, and another foul away. They're going to again get – well, this time it won't be Johnson. It'll be on Bowles. Same thing, though. Foul away from the ball. Colvin wanted it. Instead, he'll force it into Belt. That was a wild whip-around pass. Make that Belmer, rather. He's able to corral it. Pushes ahead. Colvin at the top. Matching up against Bowles. Freshman versus sophomore. Spinning. Colvin hanging. Almost scoring. A little too strong. He was frustrated with himself there. Thought he had that one down. Lead is ballooned to 19. All the way. Floating. That could have been a block or a charge. They say play on. Rebound Belt.
I like that call. I like that no call.
Got to let things be physical every now and again. The officials choose to do that there. Schlamer puts it on the deck. Hesitates. Picked up his dribble in a tight spot. He's in the lane. He could call for 3 seconds. He won't, but it's a turnover nonetheless. Glenn up ahead. Good pass. Corner triple hesitated by Shelton. He'll reset. No, he'll stop and pop, but he left it short. Glenn the board and one. J.C. Glenn, a big man's rebound, and he'll head to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play.
J.C. Glenn did a nice job of getting the ball and realized where he was and really strong on that ball.
Ripped it away.
Yep. I have him unofficially for 12. Is that correct? Or do you have him for 13?
Believe it's 12.
Okay.
No, 13.
Okay.
13 for Glenn, unofficially.
Thank you, sir.
Make it 14. J.C. Glenn continues to carry the load for the Panthers. They haven't needed all 14, but that margin sits at 22. And a timeout taken by Corey Jackson. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. 41-19 advantage Panthers on Indiana SRN.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Park Tudor High School. Want to be in the know with Indiana SRN? Well, a great way to do that is to like us on Facebook. All the latest updates, scores, broadcasts, schedules, and more. Like us on Facebook at Indiana SRN. 5:28 left to go in this third quarter. Panthers all over the Eagles, 41-19. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers. And coach, if you're a parent or just a fan of high school sports in general, you're sitting at home thinking, this whole Indiana SRN thing, this is pretty good. How could I get involved?
It's easy. All you got to do is send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. We'll be happy to talk to you about all the new stuff that we're doing and how you can help us. Indiana SRN, it's coach@indianasrn.org.
That's the coach, Keith Myers. 5:22 left to go in this third quarter. Eagles searching for some answers on both sides of the floor. That wild shot by Schlamer's off the mark. Bodies on the deck everywhere. Is it a jump ball tie-up? It is, and the arrow will favor the Eagles.
How about the 50-50 ball going back at it? We had a drill like that, Jimmy, called heads up. But I tell you what, that's not – you got to reward that, both teams going after the 50-50 ball.
Got to be willing to put your body on the line, especially in a tight game like this. Well, it was tight at halftime. Since that intermission, though, it's been all Panthers. High post feed. Kay leaves it for Thompson. Floater up, short. Board secured by Coleman. He'll push. A long wingspan there by Coleman. Johnson, they give to Wells. Wild shot off the mark. Board by Wiggins, but a pocket pick there by Taylor. He telegraphed it, and his circus layup is good off the glass.
How did that go in?
Contorted his body for the whip-around layup. The lead is 24. A blink of an eye, and the Panthers in a laugher right now. Eagles trying to keep this thing within striking distance, but it's been a rough third quarter so far.
Congratulations to the Heritage Christian girls as they defeated Covenant Christian tonight 62-50. That game was at home, and that was on Indiana SRN Radio. Congratulations again to Heritage Christian winning 62-50 over Covenant Christian tonight.
Thompson tried to force the issue on an inside feed. It went out of bounds, and the turnover gives it back to the Panthers. A completely different setup in this second half, Coach. A full 180 by the Panthers. I don't want to say a full 180 by the Eagles because the effort's still there, but the Panthers clearly, by the direction of Coach Adams, have flipped an entirely different switch, showing why they're a top 10 team in Class 2A.
Yes, sir. Now, ball movement is excellent. Here's three-point shot.
That shot just off the mark, and they'll call a loose ball foul against the Panthers. Coaches, we were saying this has been a tale of two halves. The Panthers pull a full 180 in the intermission, clearly at the direction of Coach Adams not liking the performance that he saw. And I don't want to say it's a knock on the Eagles because the effort's still there. The hustle, that's a careless pass as I say that, and a nice bucket that time by Gaddafi Honecker, his first points of the night. The effort's still been there, but a full 180 by the Panthers, showing why they're a top 10 team in Class 2.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure, and he wanted more aggressive play, and you can see it right now. I mean, they have stepped up. Definitely, the bench is a little bit louder. Coach Smith and I have real been happy at halftime.
The pocket of students that have formed what I'll call a student section in the far right side. Good feed inside, almost sent back though. On the help side, looked by Honecker. But it'll lead to a foul, and Mason Kay will have a trip to the charity stripe, his first trip there tonight.
Do you see what Kay did that time, though, Jimmy? He took the step, dropped step, didn't put the ball on the floor, went straight up. Got to be a little bit stronger with the basketball to finish a three-point play. Then he's at the free throw line for two.
A little bit of hesitation there also by Kay to get the defender off his feet. First free throw is pure. He'll have one more upcoming. Well, this isn't going to be the same Heritage team of yesteryear, we know that, but this Park Tudor team has an opportunity to continue to add to what has been I guess it'll be the new decade at that point, but it's been a stellar decade for Park Tudor hoops.
2000 have been very kind to them. That's definitely.
Skip pass.
How about that?
To Coleman. I say it was tipped though.
Yep. Step right in the passing lane. Nice job by Asher Thompson.
It'll stay on this end.
Watch them go underneath here. They're going to try to post inside here. Nope.
Johnson kicks it out. Coleman a three.
Okay, that's even better.
Well, the inside game has been there, Coach, but they've also equally shot the three just as well. That's their sixth three-pointer by my count.
Yes, sir.
The lead is 27. In the lane, Thompson forced it to Schlamer. He'll reset. Panthers are locked in right now. Mid-range drive, extra effort. Nice finish that time. Staying with it was Darren Cobb. Lead back down to 25. Same spot. Coleman. Almost same result. Left it a bit long. Taylor to the board. Extra pass, one power dribble. Honecker, offensive foul. Sliding in, and he does it on both ends, folks. Cobb hits the layup on the other end, and on this end draws the charge. How about the junior there getting it done on both ends of the floor?
You know, you got junior, freshman, sophomore on the floor.
We mentioned a lot of these players on JV last year. Very young team, but they're showing growth each game, and that's the biggest thing you want if you're Coach Jackson.
I like the grit, just the determination.
Not a lot of quit on these Eagles.
Oh, look at this.
Beautiful
Drop
find.
Step. Good
Layup
job.
is good. Mason Kay. He almost turned around and hesitated. Couldn't believe he was so wide open.
Am I open?
4 points for him. Lead back down to 23. Coleman, a little jab step. Down the lane, floater up. In and out. Rebound to Cobb.
Ooh, got bumped.
Might have traveled, but due to that bump anyway, they'll play on. Schlamer. Back to Cobb. Off the mark, and that time it's secured by Honecker. Gaddafi almost had his pocket picked by Thompson. He does. Thompson with the hustle play. Gets to Cobb. Cobb pressured by Honecker. They force it to Kay again. Hey, beautiful hesitation. Letting his vision be all over the floor. Schlamer picked up his dribble in a tight spot, and they'll say he's bumped, much to the dismay of Archie.
And Coach Adams.
And most of this crowd. Well, apparently the trend in high school sports right now, at least in central Indiana, is if it's an older gym, it's time to regroup. Or maybe we're just a bad omen as the Rebels on the south side in what I'm told is supposed to be the final stages of the new woodshed. Not an official name, but that's what we're rolling with. And then this gym soon to be torn down and rebuilt. One could argue both those gyms, of course, Class 2A and 3A respectively, in need of new additions. Wild drive that time by Thompson. They let him play on. Not sure about that one, if that's the way you go with that call. Either way, we'll play through. Bulls short. Rebound secured by Schlamer, and a frustration foul committed by Bulls.
Yeah. You know, we haven't talked about this tonight, but the officials have let them play in that flow.
Yep.
You know, this could be, every whistle could have been blown, but they've let them play to a certain extent. Heritage Christian now will entertain 1-1 the rest of the night, which is really good for them. But nice job by the officials. If you'd like to be an official, you can contact the Indiana High School Athletic Office and ask for Miss Walters, and she would be happy to set you up.
Front end of the 1-1 misfired. Archie contorted his body but could not get the friendly roll. Rebound controlled and fed to Colvin. Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Colvin stops, crossover, long two, off the mark. Rebound secured and taken by Honecker. Shelton, far left side, hesitates. Now they'll regroup back to Archie. The grit has been there, as Coach mentioned, all night long for the Eagles. Just a step better, though, have been these Panthers. Thompson, look ahead pass, and it was tipped initially by the Panthers. I don't think Schlamer saw it. He extended his arm trying to get it off his fingertips out of bounds. 2.5 to go in the quarter. Panthers will have it.
Watch the long three here.
Shelton from half court. Long off the back iron. Ends our third quarter play. A dominant third quarter by the Panthers. Puts them up by 23. That's where it'll stand. 48-25. Final quarter up next on Indian SRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back to Park Tudor High School with the score 48-25. The guy you see right there, I wish we had a front shot of him, but that is Larry Gwynn. Larry Gwynn has been officiating high school basketball for 30 years, as old as Jimmy. 30 years that guy has been in the gymnasium calling and blowing the whistle. Congratulations, Larry. I used to work with him back in the day. I will tell you a story that we were at Southport High School doing an AAU game, and I didn't blow my whistle one time. And he said, "Are you going to blow your whistle?" I said, "You're doing a better job blowing the whistle than I am." But good job, Larry. Thank you for all the service that you've done for 30 years in high school basketball in the state of Indiana.
You're 5.5 years off on that. 8 minutes on the clock to start this fourth quarter.
I didn't want you to feel
48
real old.
I don't want to feel old
Okay.
yet. Not ready.
Yeah. You want my bones?
I'm good. I respectfully decline that offer. It's a 23-point advantage for the Panthers with the basketball momentarily, as that's thrown away on a laser by Honaker, and the Eagles get it back.
I kind of like to catch by the cheerleader. Cheerleaders just step away. She didn't want to catch the ball either.
Nobody wanted the basketball there. Subs at the table. Subs now on the floor. Put the lineups for you when we get a chance. It'll be McLemore, Riggle, Cobb, Wiggins, and Belmer out there for the Eagles. Shelton, Archie, Glenn, Honaker, and Coleman out there for the Panthers. That layup is good. Makes it a 21-point deficit. Bryce Riggle with the layup. Foul on the floor on the drive. It's just the second team foul against the Eagles in this second half. The lone bright spot really about the Eagles' second half performance so far has been the tenacity's been there on defense, but they haven't been committing the personals. They've been keeping it clean.
Which tells you they've been moving their feet and they've been asking for help on the help side.
Feed inside. Layup is good by J.C. Glenn. He continues to add to his total. Feed inside trying to answer. Wiggins got in too deep and he traveled. This was a 12-point game at halftime. It was 31-19. That time it's a 19-8 advantage in favor of the Panthers. We mentioned just a full 180 by this Park Tudor Panthers offense. Glenn again hangs and one. A big man's bucket and a chest bump by Glenn and Wiggins there.
Yes,
wasn't anything aggressive. It was more like a bump of respect and or you can't guard this right now.
I have him down for 20 unofficially point. How about 21?
Why not? Pure there at the foul line.
Wow.
And the lead is 26. The largest was 27 at 48-21. Feed inside. Riggle pump fake. Beautiful pass. Wiggins to Belmer. Three. Short. Board controlled. Taken by Archie. And Coach Adams still wanting to push. Archie hesitates. Feeds inside. Glenn again. And one. J.C. Glenn dominating the painted area. And another old-fashioned three-point play coming his way.
This dude's a junior, folks. Tell you what, I like his game. Again, hesitated on the rim, feels the contact, and then put it on the cup. You're going to, here's the thing. As a freshman and a sophomore, you're going to learn those moves. So you
Right.
got to look at that because I'm sure he didn't do that as a freshman on varsity level. So it will come.
Largest lead of the night sits at 28 as he misfires on the three there.
Now, that's when I would be upset because you missed a free throw.
Yep. Demand perfection.
Yeah.
Cobb trying to go baseline. He did with the shoulder shove, but could not knock it down. Bulls to Shelton, and a blocking foul is called against Riggle.
If I could flop down here, I should flop down there. I like the call. Good call.
Though they did let it play on that end.
Yes.
Should be noted. Around a screen. Johnson kicks. Shelton hanging and scoring right at the back end of the Eagles defense. And it's a 30-point game.
Shelton was 7 tonight.
Oh, another little hand extension. Cobb, extra pass. Wiggins kicks. Catch and shoot. McLemore. Bang. Got it down. John McLemore, his first triple of the ball game.
And 5 on the night.
Bump again in the lane. Absorbing the contact is Ronald Johnson. Lead back to 29. Riggle hanging. Wild shot won't go. Board to Archie. It's a 3-on-2. Archie kicks. Good defense by Wiggins. It'll stay on this end.
I like how Wiggins ran to 4 and not left his man on the wing.
Hustled back. Didn't give up on the play.
Don't forget to join us Thursday night, Indiana SRN. We will be at Covenant Christian as Covenant Christian takes on Greenwood Christian. Should be a great game. Greenwood Christian, one of the top teams in 1A. Covenant Christian's coming off of a nice victory over Roncalli. So join us on Thursday night, 7:30 start. We'll pregame at 7:15.
Had to get that in there, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Couldn't leave it out.
You're welcome.
Johnson feeds to Wells. Layup, no. Rebound, though. A big man again by Glenn, and he got it to go. Could have been a three-point play one more time. You didn't see it, but a little fella in the stands, he flexed the 2 hands after that Glenn board.
Okay, I'm out of room. I can't have him score anymore.
31-point advantage. Riggle, far corner, picked up his dribble, gives to Belmer. Belmer wanting a screen. They don't go the other way. Pressured by Taylor, forced it inside. Wiggins, one pump fake, sent back by Glenn. Wells will give to Taylor. At the top, Johnson. They work to Bowles. Glenn wants it at the top. Bowles instead will hesitate. Almost lost it. Just scoop pass to Taylor. Floater up, floater in. Why not? In some pain, though, is Bowles. Time on the floor.
Fall on his knee.
Might have.
Number 2, Jermaine Coleman, and number 10, Elijah Shelton.
Trainers right away goes out on the floor, but Bankers tells her to get back.
Substitution timeout. We'll stay here. They look at Bowles. We'll hope that Jordan Bowles, the sophomore, is all right.
Get a picture of that bench there. There's the trainer right there. I tell you what, these trainers do a great job, Jimmy. They have the way high school basketball was when I was in high school basketball. You're lucky if your coach would just tape you up. You got trainers and you got therapists, and has done a nice job for these student athletes. And we need those men and women in that field as well.
Didn't they just rub some dirt on it back then?
You bet they did. You ain't hurt. Get back up.
Not bleeding. You're fine. They steal by Wells and a frustration foul committed by McLemore. The Park Tudor defense, especially one-on-one, has been absolutely suffocating in this second half.
To finish that thought, Jimmy, my coach would tell me, here's a salt tablet, rub dirt on it, and then go home.
Sometimes you'd walk home alongside a bus.
Yeah, you know that story.
Layup up on a finger roll by Taylor. Lead is quickly ballooned.
We've worked too long.
35.
You know all my stories.
I'm sure there's still more.
Yeah, that's why we work so well together.
Exactly. Riggle's pass into the bench. Another turnover.
I told you that story. Shoot. It'll be in my book.
Let me know.
All right.
Expect a signed copy, though.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Appreciate that.
We got to get Debbie healthy so she can write it.
Exactly. Your ghostwriter?
Yes, sir.
Coleman controls in the corner. All Park Tudor in this second half. Flexing the muscles. That is that 8th ranking in the Class 2A polls. 3 rattles out by Shelton. Board controlled by Riggle. Talked about it. A definitely rebuilding season for the Eagles. That'll happen when you lose 90% of your scoring. But they showed flashes in that first half, hanging with Park Tudor. An early 5-0 lead. Led again at 1.75, but Panthers are really tough, and the Eagles are still finding their identity.
You know, that's why you play the games.
Right.
That's why you practice.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
Oh, no. Flows, right? I mean, 3 years from now, we're going to probably sit in this gym and say, holy smokes, how good is Heritage Christian? Okay, knocks down a free throw.
Would not surprise me one bit.
I got him down for 5 unofficially tonight.
Mason will have one more. Try to give him an even 6 on the evening. That's good as well. Under 3 to go in this fourth quarter. Panthers rolling along. Definitely going to be a team to watch for this entire season. Coleman, a little jab step triple. He buried it.
How about the 3-pointers they've hit? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the night.
4 in that first half, and they've added 3 more here in the second half. McLemore. This whole fourth quarter for the Eagles is continuing to find your identity and your offensive rhythm. Nice shoulder shimmy move by Kay. He gets that to fall because there's still a lot of high minutes, if not starters, out there for Park Tudor. You're not playing against scrubs right now. You're still going high speed, trying to get better and better and better. Wells knocks down that triple in the corner.
The other thing is you got this on film. You're filming this,
Right.
and you're watching, our broadcast tonight. You could go back and you could see and teach the young men what spacing, how to get the ball inside. All those things are good quality minutes.
And to build further on that, who's walking up the floor?
Right.
Who's not still running out plays? Who's starting to give up and not giving enough energy or effort there? Especially at this age, that's a large way of how coaches will decide a couple extra minutes here and there. Panthers go over and back with it. Be a backcourt violation. 94 seconds to go. Full-scale subs for the Eagles. And JV player Jonathan Dorsch checking in, the sophomore. Along with Noah Johnson, rather. Also sneaking in there, Aiden Thompson. Work inside is Riggle. Riggle hangs, can't turn it home, but he will head to the line for 2 shots. And he fouls the rest of the way is 2 shots on the Panthers. 2 shots for the Eagles off the 10 fouls by the Panthers. Bryce, the junior, scores the first free throw.
3 points on the night. How about the faithful Heritage Christian staying with it? Their fans staying with it. You gotta love the dedication of those fine folks. Knocked down the second one.
Got that to go as well. (71-36). Inside, a little skip step by Coleman. Too strong, board to Johnson. Another quality opportunity as well, Coach, for Corey Jackson to see what he's got on the reserve, see who maybe he should give a couple extra minutes to next time they hit the floor, which will be later this week.
Oh, nice job, Kay.
Sent back by Coleman. You're right, though. It was a good move. It was a good move.
Yeah, you got to
step quicker.
You got to like the drop step.
Yeah, absolutely.
He did not do that game 1 or game 2
No.
or even last week.
Nice
job.
There's a plethora of things that the Eagles did not show they were capable of for the first 2 to 3 games that we saw here tonight. Foul on the floor called against the Panthers.
Knocks down the free throw.
That's good. Much to the elation of his JV teammates. How about that? You got to love the support from his JV crew. Go with giving the spirit fingers there.
Yeah, there you go.
All about that.
How about that?
Got them both in the scoring column there.
You got to love that.
Is Jonathan Dorsch.
He'll be big-time man
Oh,
on
yeah.
campus tomorrow. Yeah, I knocked down 2 free throws in the varsity game.
Final 40 seconds.
Did you win?
Well, the score over
It doesn't really matter what the score was.
Not
knocked them down, man.
Not important.
I was in the book. You see me in the paper last night?
There you go.
They spelled my name wrong, but that's okay.
You're describing the existential crisis of many a high school athlete over the last 50 years. Exactly.
That's exactly right. I never got to be in the paper.
Final 12 seconds.
I never got the ball.
Final 12 seconds of this ball game. Panthers might dribble it out.
Whoa!
No, instead a three-pointer will be shot up by Alex Drix.
When the coaching staff comes off the bench because you knocked it down, that's got to be something.
Giving the young man, the junior, a little bit of PT, forcing the issue there. Did not go. But the result all the same, a true one for the Panthers. 71-38 the final. Coach, a very, very impressive effort by the Panthers Eagles were there early, but the talent gap's there. A lot to be impressed with, though. The leaps and bounds that we've seen improvement-wise by Heritage Christian the last 3 games.
You know, if I'm Corey Jackson, you just got beat by the number 8 team in 2A, probably going to be in the top 5 next week with this win. Now all of a sudden you go back into the locker room and you tell them, regroup, let's go to practice on Thursday and get ready to play Chittard on Friday, a game they probably can get done, and a game that we will have right here on Indiana SRN. Don't forget, Thursday night got high school basketball for you. Greenwood Christian, Covenant Christian right here on the web on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. Jimmy, thank you so much for hanging out with me again tonight.
Pleasure as always, Coach. Again, our final here from Park Tudor High School. The Panthers, ranked number 8 in Class 2A, coast through Heritage Christian 71-38. For our entire staff and crew and the coach, Keith Myers, this is Jimmy Cook saying until we talk to you next time, so long, everybody.